Hello. I know I haven't posted on this channel in like 2 years, but I have a huge milestone artistically. This big ass sketchbook that I bought in 2020. I have finally completed every single page, and today I'll be giving a sketchbook tour of it and explaining my mindset while thinking of this drawing or why I did this drawing. And I bought this, I did not buy this in America. I bought this while I was still living in Jordan. So I forgot what brand this is from, but I used it for everything. I used it for markers, for watercolors, for colored pencils, everything. But let's get right into it. Here's the sketchbook. All of my stickers were homemade, as you can tell. I would use like tape and then tape it on top of the tape, like tape printed paper on top of the tape, and make them into stickers. So these are very 2020, very, yeah. Here's the little doodles. I never like to use the first page, like these first few pages. I don't know why, it's just a thing with me. References, we had the Johnny Bean, Coffee Bean dad story.
My dad knew I liked beans, dropped a rock, and then it slid, and then coffee.
Mark, Bella, Bang Chan, Felix.
This egg.
I resonate with Panda from We Were Bears so freaking much. Here's the date right here. Oh, June 1st, 2020. It's like in European time because I lived abroad when I bought this, but here's the first drawing I ever made in this sketchbook. This is Haechan during one of their I think it was Neo City The Origin concert. I drew it on a smaller paper initially, right here. The 2nd of January. Oh my god. Can't believe that's been over 5 years, but it was his birthday, so I wanted to draw him for his birthday, obviously, June 6th. And I just wanted a happy Haechan. This is Yang Yang. This was during the Bad Alive era, I'm pretty sure. I remember making this, and I thought it was the best thing I ever made, ever. And I still really like it, but my style back then, it's so weird to see my style from back then, and the lack of like values in the background and whatnot. This is Yanan from Pentagon. Well, used to be. Now he's like a famous actor in China, now that he left Pentagon. I have this thing where I have a bias in a group, but then my drawing hand has a bias. My sketchbook has a bias. So even though Jinho was my bias from Pentagon, Yanan was my pen bias. I loved to draw Yanan, and I still do love to draw Yanan. I just miss Pentagon a lot. But I love drawing Yanan. I think I drew him a few more times in this sketchbook as well. Johnny. I don't know what was my obsession with drawing them with drinks, but I think because it was easy to draw.
It was so easy.
But I think my friend requested this, so I drew it for her, and I was like on a mission to draw all 21 members of, it was 19 members at the time, because it was still early 2020. But I was on a mission to draw all of the NCT members. Dojun. Again, with the drink. It was still quarantine around this time, so I literally had like nothing better to do. This was like before I got my own phone though. Like this whole chunk was before I got my own phone. I was using my mom's phone and sharing it with five other people. But just a cozy xiaojun. And these were like Instagram facial expression requests when I first got my phone in like August 13, 2020. This is Naya from Ninjago, not Chicago, Ninjago. Hei-chan, and Bang-chan. Jungwoo. I really love this photo of Jungwoo during the Highway to Heaven era. So I'm like, why not draw him? And still on my mission to draw all members of NCT, so I also drew Hendry. He's so cute. This Doyoung got me so much clout. I called these my doodle pages. So I'd do like 1 or 2 big main drawings and then draw chibis. And people really love this Doyoung page. I really like it. Like, I got his cheesy smile just right. He's so cute. I can't believe he's about to go to the military. Japanese line. Yuto and Yuta. This is Yuto formerly from Pentagon, and Yuta from NCT. I wanted to experiment more with just like non-watercolor and colored pencils. So let's bring it up closer. Because I put glitter in that. I think that's better. This is my OC, Haruto. Again, I wanted to experiment more with like different kind of drawing styles. So I used like a palette of color pencils, and here's Kibum from Shiny. I really like this one. I should draw more Shiny. IU, someone requested her, so I drew her. I think this is from the BB era. I know I had a Felix drawing right in between here, but I cut it out and I gave it to a friend. But here's this meme I made of Mark and Taeyong, because it was during their like peak busyness era. You can see it's like pink Mark because it was during their Super M era, during their Tiger Inside era. So Mark was in Super M, 127, working on NCT 2020 and NCT Dream all at the same time. And Taeyong was the same, except he wasn't in NCT Dream, but he was still busy AF because he's the leader. Mark is searching up watermelon. Hard at work. Mizuka, this was an art trade for me and a mutual at the time. This was her OC. I think it's still really cute. My style back then really suited like non-idols too, like just anime characters or OCs. This is probably one of my favorite drawings from 2020. My favorite pages. This is my Kun doodle page. Oh my god, I remember drawing this. Here's Chunla and Kun. Ge ge he di di. Even his chibis, I feel like I got his smile just right. This was right when the NCT 2020 teasers dropped. So he has the mint hair and the blue suit. Oh, I love Wavy. Oh my god, wait. This, I don't know if you guys remember, but during the Super M era, Super M had a Tumblr blog. And if you posted fan art of Super M and tagged the Super M account, they would reblog it. So I tried to cook this up as fast as I could to get reblogged onto the Super M Tumblr. And I didn't get reblogged. But I think I did a really... like, it's still a really good drawing. My sister ruined it though, and I remember being really mad about that. But I use like metallic watercolors. Shotaro! Oh my god. This was December 10th, I think. Or, no, the 12th of October. Oh my god. This was right when they were announced. I literally started biasing Shotaro from the beginning. And he's still one of my ults, even though I don't really interact with Rise anymore, but Oh, I feel like I messed him up a bit because like Shotaro in general is just really hard to draw. So I feel like I messed his face up, but I've been in love with him since day one. This Yenan, I had a really popular drawing of Yenan back in the day in like 2019, and this was a redraw of that Yenan. I think I'll put it on screen right here because I can't find the physical drawing, but it was like I made the original drawing in like September of 2019 when Pentagon were still my ults, and I didn't want to leave this part empty, so I just put a little chibi hechan, of course. More experimental stuff with pens and highlighters. This is my OC Haruto again. We got a hechan. I think this is also Haruto, probably. But I really like this one. I think this was the Go era of hechan. This. I still have like speed paints, but like whip videos of this, of me coloring this, and I was so proud of it at the time. I was like, oh my god, I drew Hei-chan realistically. And I thought I was eating it with the rainbow colors all over and the glitter pen, but it's a good drawing. But I feel like I overdid the colors. Maybe if I had like a colored, like a dark background, it would have looked nicer, but I didn't really do that, if you can't tell so far. Oh my god. This was originally meant to be Lucas, but when all his stuff came out, I like cut him out of everything. Here's my first drawing of Jaehyun in the Resonance outfit. I still really like this. Jaehyun is just so freaking hard to draw. It's actually frustrating. I hate how hard he is to draw. This, oh my god. Okay, so I was on Inazuma 11 Tumblr for years, from like 2018 to like mid 20 or like late 2020, and we would do a Secret Santa every year and trade art and stuff or fan fiction. So this was my Secret Santa to another user that year. It's really half-assed. I think it was still quarantine, so I didn't really have an excuse besides I just didn't want to put in all that effort. But I still love this ship. I love these two. Oh my god. Not Shotaro, Song-chan. I wanted to draw Song-chan, and I think I got him pretty accurate, you know, considering my style for the time. I should draw Song-chan again, actually. I love him. And then here's my drawing of Hei-chan during the Superhuman era. I feel like everyone knows this photo. Literally everyone knows this photo. And I'm still like really proud of this. His eyes are a bit big, but I still think it's cute. This is in the 2021 era. We're in 2021 now. It's like February 2021. I was taking requests at this time. This page that I cut out was Sanha from Astro that my friend requested. When I moved back to the States, I cut it out and sent it to her. But this is Hongjoong. He looks kind of scary here. I did him so dirty in the face, low-key, but I like how I did his mullet and his outfit. I could have done a lot better though. Oh god. This was right around when Hyunjin from Stray Kids was starting to draw, and people were making fun of him, and he posted like a drawing that I'll put up here. He posted that drawing, and people bullied him so bad for it that he deleted it, so I decided to redraw it in like in a support kind of way, but it looks kind of bad. But hey, it's Hyunjin. I love Hyunjin. More sketches. I believe this was... I drew this in February, late February of 2021. My friend requested me to draw Jaemin, but this one, this Doyoung up here, I drew this while I was on the plane back to the States. So hence why it's March 3rd, 2021, but this one's in February. But I still think this is really cute. More stuff I drew when I just moved back to the States. I drew Yuto, I drew Hong Sok. This was right when they released their Do or Not album. That's what it's called, Do or Not. And I was so in love with the teasers and how pink it was, and I miss them so bad. I streamed that album so much. Here's my OC Haruto again with the highlighters and the pens. Here's my friend, my online friend from South Carolina. I doodled them. I was just really bored. I think around this time I started school. No, not yet, not here. This was initially an empty paper, but I used it to make a sketch skit of me and my friend at the time. Oh my god. I don't talk to this guy anymore, but we used to be friends. This was right when I started going to school. I had came back to the States in the middle of sophomore year, second semester. So that was a bit hectic. So I drew this in class. It's kind of wonky. I used to draw Hei-chan's nose really small. So I did like a redraw down here like 3 years later, whatnot. But I used this. We were in his perspective unit in Draw and Paint 1 at the time. So I used this for my notes until I got like a different sketchbook. But we did like color building right here with Prismacolors, perspective, sketches. Oh my god, you know what? So, this is the same guy. It's on here. And I drew him. But I wanted to color him, but I'm like, let me draw someone else in the class so that it doesn't seem weird. So I drew him and I showed him and he liked it because I wanted to be his friend and stuff. So, oh my god, we're gonna move on. Wookie. I forgot what group he's in, but I thought he was so cute. I'm like, I need to draw him. I had gotten like markers from a family friend. Hence why the shift from highlighters and pens and color pencils to markers. And like I said, I use this sketchbook for my like draw and paint class as well, so we had to do prompts every week. So here's Yenan. Prompt 8. Draw someone wearing a mask. Yenan with a mask. Prompt 7. Draw something for which you are thankful. So I put music, and it's IOU by NCT U from their NCT 2020 album. That's like one of my favorite songs off that album. NCT 2020, you just had to be there. It was such a good time. Prompt 17. Draw an animal taking a human for a walk. So of course I had to draw Tegal and Chunlo. Very beautiful. This was a grid assignment we had to do for Draw and Paint. It was my first time using grids. I decided to use this photo of Hei-chan from the From Home teasers. And this was basically my birthday gift to myself. This was around April 2021, before I was employed. I'm still really proud of it. Like, this was when I started learning about values more, and once I started taking art classes, my art improved a lot. Prompt 6. Draw something melting that normally wouldn't be melting. So I drew a mug. And This is Karasu from Inazuma 11. He's literally some freaking background character, but I love him so freaking much. He's like my favorite dude. More doodles of Inazuma 11. Ajunai, Haruna, another Haruna. I love them so much. So, I didn't even play Genshin. I was literally drawing Genshin to be friends with somebody.
She doesn't even go here.
But this is like so unnecessarily good. I'm like, holy crap. I'm still really proud of it, even if my intentions were a bit iffy at the time, but hey, he messed with it. More Genshin. I love Ganyu. Even though I've never played Genshin, I freaking love Ganyu down. She's my girl. I love her. More draw and paint prompts. Draw an animal living in one of your appliances. So I drew a duck in our coffee maker. And this was from my civics class. We had to do like a banner thingy. I think I have a photo of it somewhere. I'll place both of them right here, but I was really proud of it and my teacher really liked it, so that means I ate. Oh my god. Another doodle page was Song-chan. I don't know, I always just capture his facial features so well when I did draw him. I've only drawn him like two or three times, but so cute. What was this? I'm trying to remember. This was in May. Ugh, I love him so much. Xiaojun. I feel like I made him kind of orange for this, but I used his Make-A-Wish hair. I really love the yellow Make-A-Wish hair. Like, that's probably one of my favorite eras of him. And I wanted to draw him in this, like, in these clothes I saw on Tumblr. That's something I used to do back in the day. I would, like, save clothes and then draw my idols or characters in them. But this ate down. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it doesn't look like Xiaojun, but I just know. I know it's Xiaojun. Obviously, because I drew it, but I could have done better. Another Yang Yang. I freaking love this hair on him so much. It's not even funny. I feel like I was getting better with backgrounds here. I really like how I did the gradient of the sunset compared to this one. Like, he only sticks out because he's wearing yellow, I fear. But in this one, I don't know. I also didn't make his hair as muddy. Like, I had a lot more control over my watercolors, which I'm still very proud of. Prompt 25. Draw junk food in the wrapper. I was really obsessed with the bean burrito things that come in the packets. The chimichangas. The ones from Walmart. They're so freaking good. And this was a sketch of Felix for my final art project. We had to take inspiration from a different artist. I chose the same artist like a year in a row, but I'll put the like big one up here or put another clip of it somewhere. I'm still really proud of it. Felix is my pen bias, was my pen bias at the time, even though Han is my bias. But I freaking loved drawing Felix back in the day. Prompt 18. Draw the oldest thing in your fridge. Coffee. And because I didn't want this page to just have Folgers on it, I decided to draw a Diluc because the colors matched. I was taking requests at this time, so my friend requested Chunla, and I'm like, let's have Hooper Chunla in the mix. I still really like this. I did mess up around right here. You can see I fixed it up with like whiteout, but Ugh, orange Chunla was so iconic. I feel like this was a good use of my stylization, especially with his facial expressions. Like I feel like you can tell that's Chunla, you know, even though it's not very realistic. This is another case of I had a dress in my gallery and drew someone in it, and so I drew Ganyu in this dress that I found on Tumblr. Yet again, I'm very proud of this. I really like how I did the hair here and her dress down here, like the details of it. Love it. Another case of having an outfit from Tumblr and drawing it, but this Diluc is like one of the best hair renderings I've ever produced in my life. I don't know how I did this. Genuinely. I'm like in disbelief. I didn't even like base it with like watercolor or anything. This is just colored pencil, which is so crazy to me. Plastic Memories, and I really liked it, so I decided to draw some of it because I thought it was really cute. Let's get a bit of a close-up because I love how I utilize the different colors in her hair. It's such a good anime, guys. Please watch it. It's only like 12 episodes. Another request, I drew Xiao for my best friend. She really liked it. I really love how this turned out too. I don't know what I was doing at the time. This was right before I started working. I was like putting in that work for the hair. My friend requested Utah, so I drew Work It Utah. I'm still really freaking proud of this. I love Utah. Work It was probably like, along with Johnny and Henry, it was also Utah's era. People keep hating on Work It, but I love that freaking song, and I love the music video so much, and I love all their outfits for it and everything. Another Genshin request. Zhongli, I think his name is. Someone requested Zhongli, so not the best, but you know, still pretty decent. This was a Tumblr friend's request. They requested Tachimukai from Inazuma 11, and I decided to do it with markers because I was lazy. And I feel like it kind of works because he's already pretty cartoony looking, so I didn't have to put in that much work. This one is really good. I really like how this came out. I forgot his name, but he's like the main player in Genshin, I believe, like the user, I think. Yeah, I literally didn't play Genshin, guys. I was doing it for the love of the game. More TikTok, sketch, memes, whatever. This was a Steins Gate sketch meme I did. I still really think the video I made was funny for it. I think I'll put it up right here, but
Jump off the
this was a Steins Gate 0, not the normal Steins Gate 0, where he goes like back in time and tries to reset everything. It's a really good anime. Y'all should watch it. More Genshin. I drew Noelle in a slit dress because why not? I think this came out really good. I don't have much else to say because I don't play Genshin. More TikTok sketch memes. This. She was my OC back in like 2016, and I'm like, why don't I redraw her and see how much I've improved? I'll put the old one right here, but I made her really tea. Like she's She's pretty, she's beautiful. More memes. This doodle page is probably one of my favorite things I've ever made ever. This was right before I started working, like right before. Holy crap, I don't know how I did this. At all. I was like on crack when it came to the hair. Genuinely. And I managed to make him look deathly pale while not using white from the page. Oh my god. I was so goated when it came to hair back then. This was right when I started working and I still tried to draw as much as I could. This was just a normal sketch page. This is Kodakai. He makes some funny TikToks. I've been following him for a long time. This is my OC Hammy. This is my Shotaro doodle page. I'm sad some stuff got leaked onto here, but this is still a really cute doodle page. This was during their NCT 2020 era, and from the vlog where he and Jisung were making the bracelets, the friendship bracelets. So cute. More experimental stuff. I wanted to do like a... So, I like painted with watercolor randomly and then drew on top of it. So this is Chunla. This was from one of their I think they're Hello Future promotions. I need to look because I'm pretty sure it's from one of those teasers. And then this is Jungwoo. I forgot where I got the photo from, but Jungwoo with a hoodie. Gotta love it. Here's 10.
Be nice.
I'm finding it.
It take you that long to
It
find
does. It does.
If I made the eyes a little bit smaller, I feel like this would have been a lot better. I had gotten a charcoal set from my sister-in-law, and I wanted to use it. And I used like the markers and my colored pencils and whatnot, but as you can see, it's like it bled through the whole sketchbook, which kind of sucked. But I think this was like, when I made this, I thought this was like so good. I think this was right in the beginning of my junior year. So this is Henry during one of their promotions. I forgot when. I made his head really small and his chin really big, actually, now that I look back. Like, this should be up here. Oh well. When it came to Haechan, I did not play. I made this... I literally made this in my junior year. I still can't believe I made this, because the way I did the background was I finger painted it. I literally finger painted the background, and look at how freaking detailed. I think this was for their sticker promotions. Oh my god. This is also one of my favorite things I've ever made ever. Like, actually. Doodles, now that work and school was taking over my life. You can see, this is just from 2020 and 2021 so far. And that's a huge chunk of it, because I wasn't working up until here. I wasn't working. But then you see the rest of it, and this was when work and school took over and I literally didn't have time or energy. I forgot who this was supposed to be, but this is Kun from their From Home promotions, and this is Chunla. This is like a very young photo of Chunla, and he has like a headband on, and I just really liked how his face was like a kitty cat. Right when FNAF Security Breach came out. Of course I had to draw Roxy. I'm like an OG fan of freaking Five Nights at Freddy's. I can't wait for the second movie. But, of course I had to draw Roxy. I love Roxy. This was a concept sketch of a gift I was making for my online friend. So, it was to incorporate Demon Slayer and GOT7. So their bias is Yu-Gi-Oh! And their favorite from Demon Slayer is Obanai. So I drew Yu-Gi-Oh! As Obanai, of course. If I find the photo, I'll put it right here. But I think it didn't come out the best, but it came out as best as I could make it because it was on a canvas. But they still loved it. This was also during junior year. This is just my OC Hammy. My friends were having a conversation on the page for whatever reason, but I think these came out cute. I used markers to do it. I was in Chinese class at the time, for clarification of the random Chinese. My friend drew this, and I just colored it because I think he colored it actually. I forgot. This is a drawing of my friend in Toy Bonnie because it was right when the FNAF era was resurging again because of Security Breach. It was such a fun time on TikTok, honestly. This is Demonio Strada from Inazuma 11. I messed up this part, hence why there's a piece of paper glued to it to fix whatever I messed up. These are doodles of my friends at the time, but high school was interesting. Shinobu in a wedding dress, because why not? I freaking love Shinobu. And this is a drawing of my friend. He's still my very good friend to this day. This is right when junior year finished. So this is Hei-chan had purple hair at the time, and I'm like, I need to draw this Hei-chan. So I did draw that Hei-chan. And right down here, I was trying to freestyle it with the watercolor. And I failed, obviously. But I still think this is really cute. If I like continued it, I would have, but lazy. These are my friends. If you can't tell, I draw my friends every so often. Mainly just for features practice because I tend to draw K-pop idols a lot, and I'm like, I need more diversity, but I don't want to draw random people I don't know. So I would draw my friends. So I think this was right when senior year was starting. Oh no, this was right at the end of senior, like in the middle of senior year. This was in November. Holy crap. You can see there's like huge gaps in between my art during junior and senior year. Mainly because I was in AP Studio Art, and I was very focused on my portfolio that I just never drew in this sketchbook. But yeah. Swatching a bunch of watercolor, skin color figuring stuff out. This was right after graduation. And mind you, I graduated in 2023. So this is June 2023, or May 2023. So of course I had to draw Hei-chan with a blue colored pencil, or not colored pencil, mechanical pencil I got. So beautiful. And this was for one of his magazine collabs, I believe. I don't know if it was Dazed or something else. I forgot. But all of this is 3 years of stuff. There's not much left from after graduating, but it took so long to finish it because of life. Sketch of my OC, Hammy. This was actually my most liked Instagram post from the 2020s on my art account that wasn't a reel until I had to archive it because these people were my coworkers and I was really good friends with them, but this person blocked me. Long story. Don't really care to talk about it. I'm still mutuals with this guy, but I'm really more friends with his ex than I am friends with him. So I had to archive this mainly because I just didn't want whoever was with this person to go even more crazy on me. This was also in the same post, I believe. I was really obsessed with the blue mechanical pencil, if you can't tell, but I also used to work with these girls. I was really close with her, but then she also blocked me when she left the job. I'm still mutuals with her, but she doesn't really talk to me, which I don't really care. But it sucks because these drawings are so freaking good and I had to archive it. And I'm so sad. I'm like, why do people have to be like that? Oh. This was right when freaking Spider-Verse came out. I did not watch the first Spider-Verse movie. I watched the second one before I watched the first one because I'm stupid. But I really loved Bavita. I can't wait for the next Spider-Verse movie, honestly. It's messy, but like, why not? ISTJ era. Oh my freaking god, this was such a good era. When this album came out, it was like time stopped. And Emo Haechan with the eyeliner and the freaking sweater, you know I had to get on. You know I had to get on. You know I had to draw him. I couldn't help myself, and I'm still really proud of this drawing, even 2 years later. It's so iconic. It's one of my favorite Haechan drawings I've ever done. This is Dolmon in Rika from Inazuma 11. This is a redraw of an old drawing I made of them back in the day. I'll put it up here. It was like, what, 4 years between the drawings? So it's like 4 or 5 years in between the drawings, and I'm like, let me see how different my art style had changed, and lo and behold, it changed a lot, obviously, but I still freaking love them. I had so many random ships when I was in Inazuma 11 fandom, and I still love them. Oof. Another Haechan, of course. I was tapping into side profiles a lot. That's like my main thing. I love hair, I love side profiles, I love hands, I love eyes, all that. This is a very messy drawing of him, but I still really like it. The people ate it up, and that's what matters. I ate it up, and that's also what matters. Ugh. This is coming into right when I started college as well. Yeah, you can see this was in August 2023 and this was in November of 2023. So I was like, there's huge gaps from when I became an adult to finishing the sketchbook. This was New Year of 2024. Wavy were having like concerts, and I'm like, I really like this photo of Xiaojun. Let me draw it because I freaking love Xiaojun. He's one of my biases in NCT. And I really like how I got all the shading. I really messed up on this part, but it's whatever. Doesn't matter. Another Yenan. Back in the day, I had like albums on albums on albums in my Instagram bookmarks of just photos of Pentagon I wanted to draw. And I'm like, now's that time. Let me choose one, even though this photo is like from 2019. I was really proud of this. I still have like the speed paint. I was initially going to post it on YouTube, but I just never got to it because I was so busy. But now that I look back, I could have fixed his eye a bit and made his head a bit more bigger, but it's still really good. It's still really cute. I still love Yenan to death. he looks so different now, and it's still so jarring to me. Sohee! Oh, I didn't put the date on here. Uh-oh. Sohee! Shotaro will always be my bias, but I'm like, Sohee is so freaking cute. I need to draw him. So I did draw him. I feel like I accidentally made him look like Sunghoon from Enhypen right here, though. It's whatever, though. He's still... I feel like I got him so accurate. I used crayons for the background here, actually. I bought a whole pack of crayons just to do the background on this drawing. And I love it. I'm proud of it. I love Sohee down. I love Rise. Forever and ever. Even if they aren't 7 anymore. So this is from their Italy vlog after they dropped Tick Tick Boom. It's one of my favorite vlogs. They're so cute. I love them. Han is so hard to draw, though. It's like, he's my bias, but my pen cannot pick up on his features, and it's very frustrating. Some doodles I made in class. I made this in my deaf culture class, I remember that. This is my OC Haruto, my OC Hami, and this is Karasu from Inazuma 11. You see them all together because even though Karasu technically isn't my OC, he has a whole AU with my OCs and a whole storyline I made up. Why? I don't know. Why not? Singman in the building. I loved 8 era a lot, if you can't tell. This Singman came out very muddy. Not too happy with it. I really like how I got his clothes though, but I really could have worked more on his face. I feel like I made his eye right here way too big and the background way too muddy, but oh well. But this one was in November. I hit a slump. Then in November is around when my dad passed away. So after he passed away, I'm like, okay, I gotta distract myself. So that's when I got into a huge drawing boom, especially in November and December. So I did this Sunu Doodle page. I'm very, very, very proud of this. Oh my god, he's so beautiful. He's so tea. I love him, love him, love him. But Romance Untold is my top streamed album on Spotify. I freaking love that album. It's so good. More Enhypen. I had bought these markers for the first time. So I drew Jay, of course. I love drawing Jay's side profile a lot. I'm really proud of this. I freaking love Jay. I love drawing Jay even though he's not my bias. He's probably my pen bias because I've drawn him so much. As well as Hisung. And this was around when I caught up with Demon Slayer in the winter. So I had to draw Hotaru Haganesuka. Because I was like, I need to see what he looks like with his mask off. And I'm like, I couldn't believe my eyes. So I'm like, okay, I gotta draw this dude ASAP. I have yet to watch the movie. I'll probably watch the movie later this week. Jaehyun. This was right before he enlisted to the military, like the reference photo. His platinum was so iconic. His solo album is so iconic. I love his solo album. Again, Jaehyun is really hard to freaking draw. So I feel like I didn't really do him justice here. You can tell it's Jaehyun, but I feel like I made him Chuz, you know? But I rushed it because it was his birthday, and I'm like, I need to say happy birthday to Jaehyun, guys. But I could have done a lot better. We're nearing the last like 10 pages, which is so crazy. Let me hold it up. Shotaro. I freaking love Shotaro down. I love drawing Shotaro. I love everything about Shotaro. This is very freaking messy. The markers, like right when I started getting into the markers, it's just really messy, very unorganized, but it's okay, you know? Art is art. I still really like this drawing of Shotaro, even though it's really messy, because it still looks like him. You can tell it's Shotaro. I had to draw red Hisung. Oh my freaking god, this hair on Hisung was so good. It's so freaking good. And I have a mutual who really loves Hisung, so I had drawn Hisung a few times on my iPad, and I'm like, he needs to go in the sketchbook, like ASAP, like pronto. And he needs to bring the red hair back because it suited him so well. I think orange and red hair suited Hisung the best. That's what I think when I think of Hisung. Doyoung. This was for his second album promotions. I don't really listen to Doyoung's solo music, but I still love him, you know. I love drawing him, I love his side profile, and I wanted to dedicate something to him before he enlisted, so I had to draw it, and my brother and his wife had just come back from Japan, and they had gotten me a set of watercolors, and I'm like, why not try the new watercolors out with this? Because it's a very pale, it's a very bluish tint, bluish hue. So it was a lot easier to do that when I was able to mix my own watercolors in. I didn't really incorporate that much colored pencil into it. I wanted that like faint look to it, and I'm so really happy with this. Mark!
You're crying over someone with the name Mark? You should be crying that you even dated someone with that name!
This was during his, I think it was The Child MV. His album came out in April, and I love Mark's album, 10 Toes Down. It's so good. It's so freaking good. Mark is really hard to draw, so this took a while for me to do, because he has such prominent cheekbones and his nose is shaped in a certain way that if you mess it up, it just doesn't look like Mark. But I'm very, very proud of it. I'm gonna get every detail in. I kind of BS'd on the background though, but it's okay because my main focus was Mark. Jaehyun! I'm really proud of this one. This was a huge improvement from the Jaehyun I made in February. Like, I really locked in and I made sure to make him look right. My issue was always like making the eyes look weird, because with Jaehyun it's the same as Mark. If you mess up one little thing, it just doesn't look right, and you have to work hard to make it look right. And I'm really proud of this. This outfit, chef's kiss. I freaking love Jaehyun, even though he's not my bias. I miss him. Matthew from Zero Base 1. My friend requested this because I'm like, what do I draw now that my sketchbook is nearing its demise? And she's like, you should draw Matthew from Zero Base 1. I'm like, shit, why not? This is like one of the top photos of Matthew that comes up when you search him on Pinterest. I am not very proud of this. I could have done a lot better on this drawing, but I still think it's really cute. I still think it looks like Matthew, and that's what matters. I just feel like I could have done a lot better on this than I did. I kind of wish I used watercolor for the base instead of marker and watercolor, because I messed up his sweater by using marker. But oh well, you can see all the colors I was trying to do right here. Last and not least, another Haechan, because one of NCT Dream's title tracks are My First and Last, and, you know, being the 14-year-old I was, I'm like, hey, Ted is my first and last, so he's gonna be my first and last in every sketchbook I use. Not the case for every sketchbook I use nowadays, but this was very much the case that I set in stone years ago for this specific sketchbook. And it is September 2025, so this is right when Haechan's Taste album came out. It came out just last week, and this was one of his promotions for it. So I'm like, I wanted something that correlated to the first drawing of Haechan that I made to the last one I made in this sketchbook. And my thought process behind it was, oh my god. This is a very young Haechan, purple themed, very happy, very big-eyed, you know. And then for the last one, it's a more mature Haechan, it's a more yellow tone, it's a more closed, squinted eyes kind of thing. And they were both front-facing, so it's like he's matured as well as I have matured. I'm really proud of it. I feel like I could have made his eyes a little bit smaller, but it's okay. It's crazy to think I finally finished this freaking sketchbook after 5 whole years. You can see September 11th, 2025, June 4th, 2020. Very crazy. I'm gonna miss it a lot, actually. If I go to Jordan this summer or this spring, I'm definitely going to the bookstore I bought it from to see if they have another one, because I just adore it so much. I'll probably put photos of what it originally looked like when I first bought it, as well as the homemade stickers I made on it. This is Jinan from the iPad. I do not have photos of what it originally looked like, but yeah, that's the video. My next video will most likely be me unboxing Haechan's new album, Taste. As of editing this video, I've already managed to get it to my #1 streamed album, so it has surpassed Romance, Untold Light, and Hypen. So, woohoo! But yeah. Stay tuned for the unboxing, because I'm gonna have a matching outfit to go with it. Bye!